Hi. Hi to everyone watching this stream. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, wherever you are in the world. My name is MJ Felipe. I'm your host for today, and I want to welcome each and every one of you to our virtual media conference for All Out of Love, presented by Tarsier Records. And I'm sure you've heard the song. I've heard it a couple of times. And today we'll be talking about that classic song of Air Supply. And to join us with this fun discussion is the singer of the remake. Let's call him first, Inigo Pascual. Hi, Inigo.
Oh, my mic was on mute.
Mine was too.
My bad. Hi, everyone. I hope everybody's having a good day. Of course, I just want to thank everyone for being here and being part of this MediaCon. And I'm just so excited for you guys to hear it. And yeah, thank you.
Welcome back from your vacation.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right.
Stressado.
Also joining us today is the producer behind this remake. Let's call in DJ Moophs.
Yee.
Hey guys,
What's up, Chris?
nice to meet you. Russell Graham, nice to meet you guys. Sorry I missed you
My
last time.
pleasure, man. Great job.
All
Thank
right.
you.
Since Moophs already greeted our special guests also joining us today, let's call in members of Air Supply, Russell Hitchcock and Graham Russell. Hi, guys.
Woo!
How you doing, man?
I'm good. I'm good. Thank you for joining us. Graham,
You're
I think
welcome.
you're muted.
I think Graham's muted.
Yeah. Duh.
There you go.
Oh, cool. Well, I'll say hello all over again. I did open by saying what a great production on All Out of Love. It's fantastic. Well done.
Yes.
Thank you so much. Coming from
Sounds
you.
awesome. Awesome.
Thank you so
Wow.
much.
Wow.
I'm
All right.
speechless.
Very hip.
Did-
That's for sure.
Did you record it in Manila?
Yes, yeah, we recorded right here.
Oh, wow. Incredible. Did you play many of the instruments? Are you a musician too? I'm sure you are.
Yeah, I played all the guitars and the basses on the track.
Oh, wow. Were they real guitars or virtual?
Yeah. This one right here. This is a
Oh.
Tokai. And
Oh,
then
far
this is,
out.
I have a
Great.
Fender Jazz.
Oh, great.
Yeah.
Good for you. Great
Trying
playing.
to
And
do justice to your hit song. I mean,
oh, great. It was great production. I love the record. I hope it's
Yep.
a big hit for everyone.
my
Claiming it.
goodness, thank you. That means so
All
much.
right.
to
It
me.
means a lot.
But
Okay.
the only problem with that is, Inigo, you'll have to sing that song for the rest of your career.
I would not mind doing that. That'd be awesome.
I'm sure you can relate what that's like.
Yeah,
It's actually good, you know. You'll take over from us.
All right. Today we have with us some friends from the press who will be throwing in some questions for you guys, for Russell, for Graham, for Chris, and for Inigo. But just so everybody knows, this collaboration of the Air Supply Classic hit is just part of the remake of the Tarsier Records Air Supply Reimagined project that will span across the rest of this year, 2021. The song was released by all digital streaming platforms last February 5 as a treat to all of our friends this different kind of Valentine's Day celebration. Now, Air Supply, however, has their own Valentine's treat happening on February 14. That's their first global virtual concert entitled Love Letters, live from Jacksonville, Florida. So that's February 14 in the US. So that's February 15 here in Manila. Now, the band will be showcasing their most requested hits and new songs that they'll be working on as they read through love letters sent over by their fans, affectionately known as the Airheads. Now, before we start our Q&A, with our friends from the press and our special guests for today. Let's listen first again to All Out of Love by Inigo Pascual, produced by Moophs.
I'm all out of love. I'm so lost without you. I know you were right, believing for so long. I'm all out of love. What am I without you? I can't be too late to say that I was so wrong. I'm lying alone with my head on the phone, thinking of you till it hurts. I know you're hurt too, but what else can we do? Tormented and torn apart. I wish I could carry your smile in my heart for times when my life seems so low. It would make me believe what tomorrow could bring when today doesn't really know. Doesn't really know. I'm all out of love. I'm so lost without you. I know you were right, believing for so long. I'm all out of love. What am I without you? I can't be too late to say that I was so wrong. I want you to come back and carry me home, away from these long, lonely nights. I'm reaching for you. Are you feeling it too? Does the feeling seem oh so right? And what would you say if I called on you now and said that I can't hold on? There's no easy way, it gets harder each day. Please love me or I'll be gone. I'll be gone. I'm all out of love. I'm so lost without you. I know you were right, believing for so long. I'm all out of love. What am I without you? I can't be too late to say that I was so wrong. Oh, what are you thinking of? What are you thinking of? What are you thinking of? I'm all out of love. I'm so lost without you. I know you were right, believing for so long. I'm all out of love. What am I without you? It can't be too late. I know I was so wrong. I'm all out of love. I'm so lost without you. I know you were right, believing for so long. I'm all out of love. What am I without you? I can't be too late to say that I was so wrong. To say that I was so wrong. To say that I was so wrong.
There you have it for those who just jumped right in here in this Zoom. I want to hear your reaction. What do you think about Inigo's remake of
Um,
the song? But
yeah,
we've heard Graham earlier. Russell, I want to hear your thoughts on Inigo's version.
I loved it. I love it. The vocals are amazing. The harmonies are amazing. Great arrangement. It's like a perfect thing. Love it.
Thank you so much.
Wow,
Great, great,
how does it
great.
feel, Inigo, hearing that from Russell and Graham?
It's actually crazy. I was just talking to Chris right now on the chat. I was like, I can't believe that, we have this remake, and to have the original makers of the song themselves be here with us is honestly such a crazy thing to experience. And Thank you guys so much for supporting us. I mean, we're just, artists who are just trying to remake your songs, but the fact that you're giving us so much props and so much support means a lot to me as an artist. And this is an opportunity of a lifetime. So I'm just very grateful for all of this.
Well, I
Chris,
loved it because the arrangement's fresh. Everything's like now, today, and it's
Thank you very much.
Chris,
Cool.
how challenging was it to remake a classic that has been remade so many times by different artists all over the world?
Yeah, it was no small task. Put it that way. I gave it a few tries because it's such a legendary song. It's part of growing up. I would hear it all the time. So I had to do it justice, but I also had to try and bridge the gap with Inigo's sound. So I gave it several tries, and the first two, it didn't really work. I wanted to keep it true to it's a ballad, right? So it needs to have the same kind of feel. Otherwise, the lyrics won't really communicate, I guess. Make sense?
Right.
At least in my perception. And so what I ended up settling on was 808s and clean guitars, which with this keeping the slow feel, I slowed it down a little bit. We changed the pitch to fit Inigo's register, and then I just tracked a bunch of guitar parts and layered some synths, and yeah, came together. It took a few weeks, but to hear Graham and Russell say they enjoy it, I mean, it's honestly mind blowing.
It's
Right.
fabulous. I thought it was very cool.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
Graham and Russell, I mean, your Air Supply is a legend. I mean, you guys are a legend. You guys are a music icon. And for new generation to remake your song, how does that feel as an artist?
Well, it's great, because it means that the song is transcending generations, and there are going to be so many more millions of people that hear it that haven't heard it already. And there aren't that many that haven't heard it, but there's going to be a lot more now. And plus, I think it's great, because Inigo is a young artist, so he's got his whole career in front of him, and that's going to be really cool. We've always tried to be role models for people around the world, and I think Inigo is going to be that same role model for a young generation that follows. I think that's it's a very positive thing that they've both done, and I'm very, very proud of what they've done. I really am. It's fantastic.
And like you said, Inigo has to sing that for the rest of his life.
He does, yeah. But I think it's a great thing because it's a positive song. It's a love song, but it's very positive and it has a great message. And I think that it's just wonderful, and the track really works. The track is great. When we first heard it a couple of weeks ago in Florida, we went, "Oh wow, that's fabulous!" But you both do it justice. It's a great production, great sounds, and the vocal sound is tremendous too. I'm going to ask you later on how you got that.
Russell, I want to hear from you. How does it feel, a young generation remaking your song?
Well, as Graham said, it's very flattering to start with that someone would pick our song, or Graham's song rather, that we recorded and record it in this generation. But I was just thinking when you said Inigo's going to have to sing it for the rest of his life. I've been singing that song since 1978, and it never gets tired for me. Every night is a special moment when we do that song on stage.
Wow.
That's amazing.
Let's start counting, Inigo. From now on, in all of your concerts or events, All Out of Love will be part of your repertoire.
For sure.
Inigo and Chris, prior to this Zoom conference, I checked out YouTube, and your dad has a version of All Out of Love.
He does. He has a version of All Out of Love. I didn't know till I actually made my own version, which I was surprised as well. So it's kind of cool that I have my own version of this song as well, knowing that my dad has his own rendition as well.
Right. Who's
Yeah.
better?
Oh, so your father was a singer, obviously, Inigo.
Yeah, he is.
Oh wow! Oh,
Yeah.
far out! Wow, that's great.
Maybe we can send the link to Graham.
Yeah, we could do that. We could have
so
him
they can listen
that version.
to your father's version of All Out of Love. Yeah.
I wonder how many times the song has been remade, honestly.
I actually Googled
I think
it.
it's
100?
I think it's like 150 or something.
Yeah.
Wow.
But compared to a lot of other great songs, that's kind of small, you know.
Yeah.
I mean,
Right.
I mean, it's a great testament to the song, and I don't mean that in an egotistical way. I've always loved this song, and you know, there are some songs like look at Yesterday by the Beatles. I think it's been covered over 1,000 times. So it's a great testament to the song. And you know, when we're not around anymore, we hope that the song keeps being heard by everybody. You know, and that's the greatest thing you can ever hope for in a career. You know,
Right.
it really is.
You
I
know
think you
what
definitely
my mind-
achieved that.
Go ahead,
It
Chris.
will be heard. Sorry, I was just saying, I think you've definitely achieved that. I have zero doubt whatsoever that song will live on forever.
That's right.
You know, for us, the great thing is that it's like we just said a few minutes ago. There's another generation carrying it on. It's like in a relay race. You hand the baton
Passing
to
the
someone.
torch, yeah.
Yeah, and
Baton,
that's
yes.
it's a great feeling, you know, because it's also a great responsibility
Yes.
to the world and to the people, because it really, the song belongs to the world now. So you're taking on a great mantle, and that's a big responsibility. Maybe that's why you tried it 2 or 3 times, and then
Yeah.
you hit on
It's not one that we
the
take
right
lightly.
thing. Yeah, that's a great thing, though, and so I'm very proud of both of you for, first of all, for going
Thank
for it, and then for it being so successful a record, because it sounds fantastic. It really does.
My
Thank you so
greatest
much.
wish is after this pandemic for Graham and Russell to come over here to Manila and do a concert, and then Inigo comes out and sings Another Love with you guys.
That
Yeah,
was crazy.
we spoke about that
Absolute.
when we met
Yeah,
a couple of weeks ago. That would be fantastic.
That'd be
Yes.
amazing.
You have a
That'd
legion
be
of fans
crazy.
over here. So
We'll find you, Inigo.
I'm ready.
I
All
think
right.
everybody, the Philippine crowd would love that too, I'm sure.
yes.
Yeah, we love
100%.
ballads. I mean, I'm sure we've heard this song in video, in television programs here, in concerts. So hearing you and Inigo play that song on stage together, that would be fantastic. Now,
Yeah.
let's start with the questions here from our friends from the press. We'll begin with this question from TV5 and One News. I think this is for Air Supply. How does it feel that your songs are still relevant to the future generations or the generations now and resonate to younger ages like Inigo?
Well, as Graham said before, it's all about the song. And we're very lucky to have Graham as a songwriter, because the songs that we've recorded will live forever because they're great songs. We once did an acoustic version of some of the hits with just one guitar and 2 voices. They sound amazing because they're amazing songs. That's as simple as that.
Wow. Graham, you want to add something?
Well, I really just touched on it before. It's you know, is what I said earlier, that these songs, All Out of Love, belongs to the world now. You know, it doesn't. I mean, we perform it pretty much every night when we play, but it belongs to the world, and the world hears it, and the world has taken it on. So, like I said, it's a great responsibility, but I must say, it's one we don't take lightly. You know, we're very conscious of that people listen to our music all over the world, so we have to be responsible people. You know,
Right.
and I mean, I really mean that. You know, that's why we never do anything that's really weird, you know, on stage, or we're not those kind of people. We're into the music and making great music. And I think that the fact that younger people now are very interested in that, and they're seeing it as new, which is the greatest legacy we could ever leave behind. Not that we're going anywhere, by the way.
Please don't.
No, you're not. No, you're not. You're still coming here to
Yes,
the
we
Philippines.
are. We'd love to play with Inigo. That would be fantastic.
I
Let's
know.
manifest it.
Actually, there's a related question here from Eugene Aslis, one of our press friends here in the Philippines. Is there a possibility for Air Supply to record a Tagalog song or a Filipino song, just like what the equally famous The Letterman of yesteryears?
Over to you, Graham.
Yeah, I mean, that would be great. You know, we've said for years, we'd love to work with a different artist, but nobody ever comes to us and says, "Oh, why don't you try this?" But we'd love to. We'd love to record a Filipino song.
Inigo
You know,
has a famous song here. entitled Dahil Sayo. It means because of you. Maybe you could do a version of that. Inigo, what can you say?
That would be crazy. That would be crazy. I don't even know what to say. That would be so good. Oh my gosh.
That
You should
song.
say-
Inigo, I mean, just changing the subject for a second. Where did you go on vacation, or did you just stay in Manila?
I was in the States for a month. I visited my family.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
in Los Angeles.
Los Angeles, correct.
Oh, far out. Great, good for you.
Thank you.
All right. So we move on to the next question here from kumagkao.com from John Bueno. Why do you think your songs are very special and close to the Filipinos or the Philippines in general? Graham.
I think because we've become famous for ballads, I mean, we play a lot of ballads, but we also play a lot of other things. But the Filipinos are very emotional people. They're very, very passionate, and a lot of them are great singers. There's some great singers so a lot of them are musicians, so they respect great songs. And I mean, we're very fortunate that our songs were there. Like, I think we first came to the Philippines in 1980 or 81. I think it was 80. So we've been around for a long time, and we've become part of the Filipino DNA, I believe, but we've been there for a long time, and we love the Filipino people, and they love our music, and it's a great pairing, It's like wine and cheese, I think.
I agree. Russell, what's your most unforgettable memory visiting here in the Philippines?
I think when we stayed at the Manila Hotel and we got to visit General MacArthur's quarters, that really was a big thrill for me.
Wow. How about the fans singing your songs singing along with you during concerts?
Well, that sometimes they're louder than we are, which is also a great thing. I think every Filipino can sing better than most people in the world. And I'm not being silly. No, that's a fact.
I agree 100%.
True. The crowds here sing quite well.
I know. Chris, I have a question. I just mentioned earlier about this is just one of the remake of the reimagined project for Air Supply. I don't know if you can answer this, but can we expect more remake in the coming months?
Yeah. So this is the first single out of a project that's going to span the whole year. Last year I connected with my buddy Bryce from Primary Wave, who's the publisher that works with Air Supply. They're in LA, and they were looking at the Philippines and what we could do, because I mean, some of the biggest stream cities for Air Supply are here, so we connected and just kind of thought about it and came up with this kind of plan. And the first one is All Out of Love by Inigo, Valentine's Day. But we do have some other ones lined up throughout the year. So you can expect a few more remakes by different artists, and then we'll recompile it into an album at the end of the year.
Wow. And Chris, the good thing about this is we're bridging like 2 generations, right?
Yes.
Letting them hear a reimagined or just bring back memory.
The crazy part is that some of the younger fans are probably hearing it for the first time.
Right.
And then they're going to drive back and rediscover the original one. So
That's
really
a
just
good
kind of
thing.
cross-pollinates everything, right?
Yeah,
Absolutely.
Okay.
Beautiful thing.
Yeah, it's a beautiful project because their catalog is so rich. I mean, I know a lot of Air Supply songs, and my favorite is Just As I Am. That's my favorite.
Okay.
But I can't sing
we
it.
still play that live.
Great song.
I will watch your concert on February 14.
Yes, absolutely.
It's your first digital concert, right? Global concert, Graham and Russell.
It is, yeah, our first one.
What can we expect?
Well, you'll see our live show, and it's a great show, and you'll hear 2 new songs, and you'll hear big hits, and it'll be big. It's loud and powerful. It's gonna take up a lot of space in your brain.
And you'll be reading love letters, is that right?
Correct.
We do. We are. We shall.
Wow, wow.
How people,
Well, we've never
how-
done that before. We asked people to send in uh, letters to their loved ones, how they got together, and so we're reading some out on stage. But I think it's a great idea, and we're thinking of doing it more often in our show because it's a perfect medium for us, you know.
Yeah.
a medium at large.
A medium at large, yeah.
All right. Now, I think this is also related to what you just mentioned, Graham. What will from TV5? The question is, what will fans look forward to it this time around? Like new songs, right?
We played 2 new songs, yeah, in this show. And this was the first time we played them, so they'll get to hear a song how it is for the very first time.
So nobody's
And
heard these songs before?
No.
No, nobody's heard them before. No.
Oh my God. Okay.
Yeah, they're pretty cool too. You know, new songs always evolve. The first time you play it is always, well, it's the first time, so it's the way it was incarnated. But over the next 6 months, both songs will change a little bit. But now they get to see them how it was. But that's cool. You know, we wanted to, after 10 months, we wanted to bring something new.
Right.
But I think they're going to enjoy them very much.
That's awesome.
Okay. Now we have more questions here. The questions are coming in from Nika Roque of Manila Times for Inigo. Of all Air Supply songs, why did you say yes to All Out of Love? Is it relatable for you, or is it just one of your favorite songs?
It's definitely one of my favorite songs from Air Supply. But this song was actually assigned to me by Chris, and I'm thankful because it's actually a really good song. And I guess a lot of people can relate to it right now. I mean, a lot of people don't have Valentine's dates this year, so I guess I'm
You're
counting
one of them.
them.
That's the real question, isn't it?
I know that's what you guys wanted to do.
One of them. You're one. Thanks, Nika, for your question. Chris, what's your personal favorite
Personal favorite Air Supply song?
Air Supply song? Yeah.
I mean, I love All Out of Love. I also love Lost in Love. I know those are 2 of the most accessible ones, but they are for a reason, right?
You have good taste, Chris.
Thank you, sir.
Impeccable.
But I want to know, Graham and Russell, with your rich catalog, which one do you have a personal favorite of all of your songs?
Well, mine is Lost in.
Sorry, go ahead, Russell. You're good at this.
Mine is Lost in Love for sure. It began our career worldwide. My favorite.
Graham?
Yeah, are you doing a remake of that, Chris? Is that on your radar?
It is. The artist has already been working on it. Yeah.
Oh, no kidding. Oh, far out. That'll be really. I'd like to hear what you do with that. That's great.
And
Thank
I'm
you.
curious who's gonna sing it, Chris. Can you spill the beans?
Erica, am I allowed to say that?
We're getting clearance.
It's wait. I'm just gonna,
You're
yeah.
gonna
So
sing it.
there's a guy named Miguel Adron, and he's actually producing it himself, recording it, mixing it. He's a one-stop shop, so you can expect that from him next. It's a very it's a different. We're allowing each artist to kind of take charge of the vision of their own remake, you know. So this one's going to be very different, and I think that's good. I think it's good that we, you know, have a versatile offering of sounds, I guess.
You know, it's very cool that you're giving these artists their own kind of leverage and spectrum. I think that's awesome.
Thank you. Yeah, that's our label is Tarsier. It's all about that. We work with artists we believe in, and then we just kind of help them support their vision. We don't try to put them in a box.
Oh, cool. That's very, very unique.
Chris mentioned Miguel. Miguel Odron is one of the finalists of our version of American Idol. We have Idol Philippines, and he's one of the finalists. So looking forward to Miguel's version of Lost in Love. Wow.
He's an amazing singer, very creative artist too. So no pressure.
Agree. From the Philippine Star, we have a question here for Inigo. How well do you know Air Supply? What Air Supply songs do you grew up with listening to?
Definitely, you know, one of my top favorites is Two Less Lonely People. Making Love Out of Nothing at All. There's some songs, you know, that my grandfather, my dad actually loves Air Supply as well. So I'm a big fan, and I'm like what I said, I'm super grateful to be even part of this whole album that Chris is making.
Right. Chris, you know what I noticed? With Inigo's father's version, it's more dramatic because it was fit for a movie. So the arrangement was very dramatic. I also listened to Westlife's version of All Out of Love, and it's very performance-like arrangement. With Inigo's version, it was more of conversational. It was like he was talking to somebody else, right? Was
Yeah.
that the inspiration?
So for that, and I just say this, I think we had the recording session in November. I think is the best recording session you've ever had. He killed it. We added all these harmonies and layers here in the end, and we tried to make it a little more intimate. Like I like how his voice sounds in the lower register. We have a track called "Catching Feelings" that we did a couple years ago, and he's singing it really low, almost to the point that it's kind of hard for him to perform it live because it's so low. But in the recorded medium, you know, I can mix it so that it really, you can hear it, and his voice sounds really nice down there. And then it kind of had the effect of him singing softer, not belting. You know, so the delivery became a little more intimate, and then the beat kind of shaped around that. So it just, it became more of like I guess a conversation in a room as opposed to shouting from the mountaintops.
Well, I love the vocals. Very warm sound and intimate, you know. Love that.
He killed it too. Inigo.
Wow. Congrats, Inigo. We have a question here again to Inigo from Chickeness. What was your first impression of the new arrangement of the song?
Oh man, Chris actually, he worked so hard on this track. I remember the very first few drafts that he had like 3 versions, and he asked me, like, which one do you feel most comfortable using or singing with? And I think on the day that we recorded, we were gonna try and record 2 different versions just so that we could hear which one fits. But when we did this one, and like what Chris said, it became more intimate, and it felt so good just recording it and making it seem like, you know, I was just having this intimate conversation with someone, like face to face. And yeah, it was very different from all of our past recordings. It kind of almost felt like I was whispering, you know, on some parts of the song, which made it more heartfelt for me.
I'm glad you mentioned that, because some of the previous versions, the other 2 rather, were a little more upbeat. You know, the tempo was faster, and I'm glad we ended up with the one that we did, because I think it does the song the most justice possible, I suppose.
I think this next question is related to that, Chris, and I think you could answer this. In covering a popular classic song, often there's a challenge in finding a balance between giving it a new twist and staying true to the original track. So how did you do it?
Trial and error. I spent about 3 weeks in the studio just trying stuff, because that's exactly the issue is how do you know, this is hallowed ground, right? So you have to do it justice, but then you also have to keep in mind Inigo's fan base and the current trends. And so it's almost like a science project, kind of like putting in all the factors, the variables, and then programming and seeing what comes out. So yeah, just a lot of trying stuff, I guess.
It's like chemistry to me, like finding the right ingredients, you know, to make it good. That question was from Tag 91.1, but I want to go to Graham and Russell. How important is it for you that the person or the producers doing the remake stay true to the original track, and, you know, finding also that balance? How do you?
Well, I think that's very important. I've seen acts for many years, and I didn't know the song they were singing because they rearranged it for live, and I couldn't recognize it. So the fact that it's true to its essence and the way Graham wrote it is another great tribute to the song. That's the way I want to hear it.
Yeah, I think too, it's nice to hear a different production values on a song like this that is so iconic. You know, I mean, with Russell and I, we have sung this song so many times that we have become the song now. So it would be unusual for us to sing it a different way. So it's nice to hear somebody that can sing it a different way with and feel really comfortable with it. You know, I mean, I couldn't sing it, and I don't think Russell, you could sing it. We couldn't sing it this way because it's out of our generation for a start. But it's just nice to hear a different way of doing something, which tells you that you can do something that's already there. You can breathe new life into it, you know, if you have the right mindset and the right tools.
I agree.
Whatever that means.
No, I agree, because
We get
sometimes there are artists who like really, I mean, the intention is there to come up with a fresh take on the song, but sometimes they veer away too much from the original, so it doesn't sound the same already. But yeah, good job to Chris and Inigo for doing justice with All Out of Love. Let's take a quick break from the song. I just want to ask Graham and Russell, how are you surviving this pandemic? Where are you guys? What have you been doing?
Well, I'm in Los Angeles, and we've been off the road now for 10 months. We just started some new shows in Florida last weekend, and we're back again on the road in April. So it's going to be another month and a half before we get to do something. And we live for the stage and the road. So it's been very difficult for me because I don't write songs. Graham does something every day, creative. I watch TV.
Graham, have you been writing all these
Yeah,
songs?
I write every day. I also write musicals, and I just wrote a new musical will be coming into the world in June. But I think on this break I wrote about 40 songs, you know. Yeah, but I write every day, and I have done for over 50 years, you know. So
Only 4.
yeah, so I'm kind of, it's my life. And, you know, when I wake up, that's the first thing I think about after I've had a cup of tea, of course. But yeah, I like to keep busy. And I also got back into playing piano. You know, I have a big grand piano in my studio. And for a long time, I was playing synthesizers and guitars. But on the last few months, I've been writing all my songs on the acoustic piano, which has been really nice because it's got my dexterity up a lot more. You know, I'd lost a lot of it, but now I'm back and I'm enjoying playing the grand piano again, which is a really great thing for a songwriter to play. I know it's very easy to get trapped in the synthesizer world, not trapped, but to play that. But I chose to ignore that for a moment. In fact, I haven't turned my synthesizers on for 12 months. I've been playing piano every day, and I've really enjoyed it. It's been a different treat for me, you know.
Wow. Thanks for sharing that, Graham and Russell. Chris, how about with you? I don't know if you agree with me, Chris, but okay, so pandemic happened, everything slowed down, filmmaking industry, television, but music went on, right, Chris?
Yeah, at least recorded music. I mean, there are challenges, right, for people who need access to a studio, especially in the early days, right? That was limited. Luckily, with the tools available now, you can, you know, a lot of it you can do on a laptop.
Right. Yeah.
That said, I mean, there's always the danger if you do everything in the box, that's what it's called, just all software, it can sound like software, like digital, right? It doesn't sound real. So you have to, there's certain plugins and stuff that you can use to make it sound more analog, and then using real instruments helps. But point being that I'm fortunate that my studio is in my home, so it didn't, if anything, my productivity went up because I didn't have to leave anymore. I could just work, which is all I really want to do.
Yeah.
How about you, Inigo?
I'm sure you can relate, Graham.
Yeah, oh, certainly. Can I ask a question, Chris? You know, normally when it's not in the pandemic, do you work, you obviously produce other things, but what kind of music do you work on when you're not in the pandemic? I'm curious.
Pretty much all of my time goes to producing for the label, for different artists. Inigo and I have done a lot of songs together. So the sound is, it's kind of like current pop I suppose, but in
Yeah.
branching in different directions. I try and put an island flavor to it because we're on an island, so a lot of hand drums and whatnot. But it's kind of like what you heard in the remix.
Yeah, I really like, in particular, I like the way you play guitar. I don't know what you would call it, but you kind of sliding a lot of the notes around.
Yes.
But it was really cool, and it's almost, it reminded me of when cellists play the cello and they slide it up and down. It becomes very emotional, very passionate, and you obviously did that on purpose, which I thought was really effective.
I did a few takes, and the one that was the most emotive felt like it fit best, so I went with that one.
Yeah. Wow. Oh, very cool. The guitar sounds were so clean too.
Yeah, that's, if you believe. I mean, I played it, but all the processing is all software. There wasn't even an amp involved.
Yeah.
I mean,
when I play live, I use a fractal now too.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, because you have access to so many sounds that way, right? Just change the presets. Yeah.
That's great. Well done. Fabulous.
Thank you.
We should have arranged a live session today. I mean, like Chris doing the guitar and Inigo singing, so that Graham and Russell can watch you guys perform. But yeah, I'm going to Inigo for my question. What did you do during this pandemic?
I actually just got back to Manila from the States. I was able to visit my family, but with work, I was able to work on some songs. Actually, I'm grateful for Tarsier Records. Despite everything going on, the pandemic and all, we were able to release a lot of the songs that we were able to work on, and we were even able to record All Out of Love during the pandemic. And we're still writing a lot of stuff, and we're finishing up and getting ready for the release of the full album, which comes out very, very soon.
Okay. And this question is also from Tag 91.1. How does it feel that it seems like Graham and Russell is passing the baton to you to sing All Out of Love for the next generations?
It's a crazy feeling. I can't explain how it feels, but just to have them here and to be able to have, like this thing that we're doing, and to be able to talk to them is just crazy to even think of, for me as an artist and as a human being. It's a once in a lifetime opportunity.
It really is.
And,
no pressure.
Definitely big shoes to fill. I don't think I could live up to it, but it's a dream for me to just even do something like this, as an artist.
You're like the anointed one.
Yeah, can I just add in from the bottom of my heart, and probably Inigo's as well, thank you for your kind words and your support. It really, it's something I'll never forget. So thank you.
Oh, that's great. Very kind. Great words, Inigo. Now, Inigo, you make movies too. You're an actor, aren't you?
Yes, sir.
Oh, cool. Have you made a lot of movies so far?
I think I've done 4 or 5 films so far. Yeah.
Wow. What do you like better, music or films?
Music for sure. Music's.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
No, I'm curious. Graham and Russell, have you tried doing movies on the side?
No, I'm a terrible actor.
I can't act. No, not my thing.
So Inigo is like our crossover guy, from movies to television to music.
That's great.
Yep, he's trying it all. Chris, there's a question here also from Tag 91.1. What made Tarsier Records venture into remakes of Air Supply classics?
Well,
I hinted that earlier.
I touched on it earlier. Beyond the specific project, I think that in general, another one that we remade last year is Marry Your Daughter by Brian McKnight Jr. That was it was a huge hit here, right, in like 2012 or so. And that was actually just a demo that leaked. It was a one-take demo. So I linked up with Brian Jr. in LA in 2019, and we agreed to do a remake. And it's done really well. It's still doing really well. So I kind of got to thinking, like, this could be a thing for us, And if you think about it, Filipinos they love covering songs, right? Like, we love singing karaoke, it's kind of a natural thing. So it's something that I hope we can keep doing with songs that resonate here, timeless songs. And I think Air Supply is a perfect example of that.
Right. Down to our last question from Alan Sancon of Stars Photog. I think this is for Graham and Russell. What can you say about the talent of Filipino singers or performers?
Well, as I said before, everybody in the Philippines can sing without a doubt. And they have great voices. I've been to hotels in the Philippines and went down to have a cup of tea in the bar and heard people sing on stage in the lounge. They're all awesome. And obviously, the Journey thing is the biggest thing, in my opinion. The guy sounds like Steve Perry, even better. So that's a testament to the vocal prowess of the Filipinos.
Yeah.
Graham?
Well, I mean, Filipino people are legend for their vocal ability and their musicianship, you know. And at every single one of our shows, everywhere, doesn't matter where it is, if it's in Boise or Barcelona, there are always a large contingent of Filipino people at every single show. And Russell and I say to each other,
yep.
My God, where do they come from? You know, but they're
the Philippines.
Yeah.
I was going to say earlier
but it's incredible. It's incredible, you know, that they're there. But, you know, Filipino people, I've never seen people that can sing so well and so often.
That's the truth.
Yeah. Everywhere you go, you have Filipinos singing.
Anywhere in the world, any cocktail band in the world, there's probably one member who's Filipino. That's something that I always.
Yeah, but that's a great thing, I think.
Yep. And speaking of, this is not part of the program, but I just messaged Inigo. I asked him, is it okay if I ask you to sing a few lines
Sure.
of All Out of Love live?
And he goes,
in front of Air Supply.
Yeah, sure. Your
Put
turn,
me on
man.
the spot.
I know, that's why Inigo went on mute and rehearsed for a few seconds.
Yeah, I was like singing the bit. I'll sing the chorus. All right.
Go ahead, Inigo. Please welcome everybody, Inigo Pascual.
For everybody, happy Valentine's Day.
Yes.
I'm all out of love. I'm so lost without you. I know you were right, believing for so long. I'm all out of love. What am I without you? I can't be too late to see that I was so wrong.
Wow.
Okay, I want to say something now. When you know all that beautiful vibrato that you just sang,
Yeah.
I thought for sure Chris had done that in the studio, but that's your natural voice. That blows my mind.
Thank you so much, sir.
What a beautiful, beautiful voice you've got. And the vibrato is so natural. You've been given a great gift, and I hope throughout your career you share it with the world.
Thank you so much.
And I know you will. It's really beautiful, really
Well
fabulous.
said. Yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Inigo, you are now the third member of Air Supply.
Absolutely.
On that note, let's please invite everyone to stream your song. Let's start with you, Chris, first.
Yeah, guys, please check it out. It's on Spotify, Apple Music, all DSPs, everywhere you can listen to music. It's on YouTube, on the Tarsier Records YouTube channel. Just search All Out of Love, search for Inigo, search for Moophs. You'll find it.
Chris, thanks for doing this project. And, you know, we all enjoyed it. And I'm sure we're very excited to hear the rest of the Air Supply classics that Tarsier Records will be releasing. Inigo, your turn.
Yeah. Oh, well, first of all, thank you so much, Air Supply. I mean, Russell and Graham, thank you so much for being here with us. And to all the press, everyone who's in here right now, thank you guys so much for being a part of this. MJ, it's for MJ, maraming salamat po. And to the whole team, Tarsier Records, thank you so much for making this happen. And I want to invite everyone, of course, to please support All Out of Love, my latest single under Tarsier Records. It is out now on all digital streaming platforms. And also, please do support their show on the 14th. It's going to be at the 15th here in the Philippines, guys.
Love letters, yeah.
Love letters.
Cool.
And everybody support Inigo because we know where you live.
Graham, what do you want to say?
Well, it's been a great evening. Thank you for inviting Russell and I. It's great. We've now got two new fabulous friends with Chris and Inigo, and we hope we keep in touch. And we'd love to work with you both in the future. And everybody, listen for Inigo's All Out of Love and watch our stream on February the 15th.
And for more details about Love Letters, their virtual concert on the 15th here in Manila, go to airsupply.com. There you go. Guys, thank you so
Awesome.
much.
Thank
Russell,
you.
Gentlemen,
Graham,
absolute
thank
honor.
you for joining us. Chris, thank you.
Peace.
Inigo,
Thank you guys so much.
congratulations on this project.
I'm all out of love. I'm so lost without you. I know you were right, believing for so long. I'm all out of love.